All right, happy Thursday night, everybody. Welcome on into the Raiderland World Headquarters. We got you this evening. This evening. Hold on, we're going to try again on the Twitter aspect. Twitter was being a little cranky here. Yeah, yeah. What are we going to do? I don't know. Try again one more time on Twitter, and if we don't get it, yeah, we just so there we go. All right. Yeah. Remove it from the stream. There we go. So it's going to be just us hanging out apparently on YouTube and Facebook tonight. Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland on YouTube, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland on Facebook. Got a lot of storms going on around West Texas. We got a lot of storms going around at Oklahoma City, where we are in a weather delay right now for Texas Tech and Texas in game two. So let's get the show started tonight in three, in two. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, TheRaiderland.com, where you start your day every day. Bringing the show to you tonight, thanks to South Plains College, SBC. The road to Raiderland runs through Levelland. Great continuing education. If you're just starting your college career or you're looking for summer school classes, check out South Plains College in Levelland and the Reserve, a culinary tavern, 103rd and Quaker. Got a lot of friends out there tonight. Got a lot of folks filing in. They're waiting. They're wondering, are we going to play softball tonight? We're keeping up with it. It's in a weather delay. The last reports we were seeing, the NCAA officials were out there looking at the field, seeing what we got. We'll see if we play tonight or not. It's not a College World Series baseball or softball until we have a huge weather delay. But even with the weather delay, you can go to the Reserve tonight, have a great meal, have some great cocktails, and watch the game. All right. So, predictions, thoughts. What do you think is going to happen tonight? You tell us. We have that. We have overrated, underrated, rated right Thursday. And again, we'll have the conversation tonight as long as the contributions are coming in, the comments and questions and everything else. Overrated, underrated, rated right Thursday. Fast food places. The simple fast food question. As I was driving down West 82nd Street towards Milwaukee in Lubbock today, the amazing amount of choices I had, and almost all of them I'm like, yeah, maybe, could be, I don't know. So which ones are overrated? Which ones are underrated? Which ones are rated right? I'll give you a couple of mine right now. And I don't have anything against the good people. I don't have anything against the good people at Taco Villa, but Taco Villa is overrated. The tacos, it's in your name. Taco Villa, not good. Big old tomato slice. I get about, this much cheese. Taco Villa overrated. Now, my friends outside of Lubbock, they love Taco Villa. They go crazy over it when they come into town. They got to get the little packets of hot sauce. Yeah, no. Underrated, Taco Casa, great tacos. Rated right, fast food, Sonic. That I drove past a Sonic today, and I'm like, and I didn't get it because I wouldn't I wasn't mad at Sonic or anything. I was just like, not today. But I know when I go to Sonic what I'm going to get it. It's going to be okay, pretty good. I wouldn't call it great. I mean, it's going to be pretty good. James, I think it's going to be a one-score game. Tech must convert on Texas errors. For last night, you didn't really convert. Obviously, we know what happened in the first inning with the bases loaded. 5-2-3 double play. You're out of the inning after that. We'll see what transpires tonight. I think you've got to score. I think you got to score. Yeah. Hold on. Breaking news. Ryan Hyatt in Lubbock, Texas says Texas Tech softball has to score to win. Yeah. I think you got to score more than 2 runs tonight to win this game. You are exposing Kennedy, for a second game. They're going to have a better read on her. I think you got to go out there and score maybe 4 runs to win. You got to get the bats going, You got to get the bats going. So your projections, your thoughts, your comments, your questions, frustration from last night. I know we don't have a Twitter audience on here for some reason. Don't know why. Try it one more time so we can get them back in. No, error occurred on Twitter. Usually temporary. Wait to try again. All right, we'll try it again later. Gary would like a basket of 50-yard line muffins for the game, please. Not fast food, but yeah, that'd be good. The legendary blueberry muffins at 50-yard line, where all the media from around the Southwest Conference back in the day, they all just loved coming to Lubbock for the blueberry muffins. Go figure. I mean, nowhere else in the history of the Southwest Conference in the 70s and 80s could you get them. Nope, apparently not. On into the 90s, obviously. So do we think Texas Tech can get this thing done tonight? I wouldn't bet against them. You got your back to the wall, all those cliches, everything else. Nigel Kennedy. Well, first off, let's go Texas Tech off a loss. 10-2. Kennedy's 4-0 off a loss. I didn't go back and double check how many of those were Kennedy pitching off a loss against the same team. And that's where you get into the dynamic of the College World Series, where they're seeing you again. But she faced Florida State twice, really good Florida State team at their place, got through them. But you had to score a few more runs. That's why I'm saying tonight or tomorrow, whenever this thing happens, you got to go score some runs. And we're not going to backtrack into last night, umpiring and obstruction and all that. I mean, looking back, the biggest thing to me was the first inning. Bases loaded, you don't score. That was the thing. That's what you could control, and you didn't do it. Tech needs a crooked number in the first few innings. Obviously, that puts runs on the board. It gives you confidence. And the part of this thing is a confidence deal right now. When you're the team down in the best 2 of 3, I mean, all the cliches, whatever, you still got to figure out a way to win this game to extend your season. So nothing else matters. Everything on the table tonight. You do whatever you got to do. That's funny. Maybe Elon turned off Twitter to spite Trump. What an epic little meltdown we got to watch in real time on social media today between President Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Good heavens. We can't have nice things. That's why we can't have nice things, apparently. I mean, it's easy to say, you knew this was coming, right? But really, I didn't think it would be showing up quite like this, but yeah, what the hell. I just wanted to rain. We got bad weather in West Texas. I say nasty weather back towards Whit Harrell and Morton in that area. A couple of tornadoes apparently on the ground. So that's not so good. We're trying to dodge it here in Lubbock. Stay away from that. We just want some good rain tonight. We want something good to happen. Your questions, your comments, your thoughts before we get out of here. Yeah, we're obviously having some technical issues. I can tell that we got technical stuff going on. And I don't think it's me. I think it's on the social media feeds. But fire away. Overrated, underrated, rated right. Fast food places. I gave you mine. Overrated, Taco Villa. Underrated, Taco Casa. Rated right, Sonic. Chris, I didn't realize, had hell last night. I didn't realize till today I saw that they had reports there on 60 between Umbarger and Canyon of golf ball size hell, at least knocking out windshields and windows and stuff like that. Ain't so good. Ain't so good up there on that. Where they used to have Buffalo Lake till they drained it and took down the dam, and that's another story for another night. Did the Texas pitcher seem to crack a little bit last night? No. Otherwise, you would have won. See, I'd say no. No on that. if you're Texas too, you got to think tonight. I would go all in tonight too if I'm Texas, and we got to end this thing now. That they've been down that road before, obviously against Oklahoma, but they've been down that road before and not being able to get it done. That there's got to be some pressure on Texas too of wanting to finish it now. Do you press? Do you get overly aggressive? How do you play it? If I'm Jerry Glasgow, though, I'm playing it balls to the wall. I am just absolutely everything. We run it. We run it. We gamble. We do everything. We got to put pressure on them, and that's the way he plays, and that's the way he coaches. And the decision on the intentional walk, whatever, that's a softball, baseball decision. It's a good decision. I get it. I understand it. You didn't execute it. Drew Kennedy in the post game, while we were on the air, she was talking, and she took the blame, took the responsibility. Whatever. I didn't execute a pitch. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. You didn't execute a pitch. It's not your fault that Tech lost. It's your fault. And when I say your fault, yeah, it's your fault. You didn't execute a pitch. But Kennedy wasn't the reason Tech lost last night. But Kennedy, had the wherewithal to sit there and try to take that on her shoulders. And she can as a leader and as a high-level player and take that off some of the other players. Say, all right, put this on me. Yeah. But I think players today are smart. They're intelligent. They know what they did and didn't do. And I don't think any of the Tech players really needed to hear Kennedy in the post game say, yeah, that was my fault. I don't think they needed to hear that to go, oh, good, thank God. She said it's her fault. I can play tomorrow. No, I don't think that's it. It's hard to throw a ball intentionally when you're used to throwing strikes. Yep. And I've seen a lot of great pitchers do that. One of the hardest things that Greg Maddox ever had to do was try to throw an intentional walk. And he talked about that during his career, that it was just his body wasn't programmed to do it. I had talked to a couple of softball people today that are smarter than me, said it's also a little harder to throw the intentional walk underhanded. This is where it gets beyond my pay grade. But that, again, it's easier to miss in the zone. It's easier to miss where they can hit it than it is overhanded trying to throw it outside, away, or whatever. I'll take their word for that. I don't know. Our man Joe Fly in tonight. Now I know we got a show. Even without our Twitter feed, even without our Twitter people unable to get in, and try one more time. An error occurred on X Twitter. This usually is temporary. Wait a moment, try again, go live. So I'm hitting a little button here that's going to go live. And no, they're not there. Well, that's brutal. No, you have to throw the pitches. You cannot just say we walk them. College softball, you have to throw the 4 wide to walk them. Now, somebody today, we were talking today, said, why don't you just hit them? Why don't you just hit the batter and put them on base that way? Here's the problem with that. If you try to do that and the hitter gets out of the way, the batter gets out of the way, goes to the backstop, and you've completely thwarted what you were trying to do. So that's why you can't just sit there and gamble. I'm just going to dot you. I'm going to hit you. No, not a good idea at all. I mean, I've heard people over the years talk about that in baseball. It's like, instead of just, having to throw 4 pitches, it's hit the guy. It doesn't work good. All right. I'm going to go back here real quick and pick up some real-time updates on Texas Tech softball as best we can. We do have a start time 26 seconds ago. David Collier, KMIC 28, Red Raider Nation Sports Director. 7:50 is the start time now. We're all clear for weather. Shuttles from Remington will resume. Gates open at 6:50. 7:50 tonight, first pitch. And that is implying that we'll be able to get the whole thing in tonight. Hopefully that will be the case. So 7:50 Central, first pitch now, and we're going to do that. You run the risk of the ump throwing you out for intentionally hitting them. You run that risk, or you get a warning, and then another pitch comes inside. Maybe you didn't intend it to, or whatever, and you can get thumped for that. So yeah, that's why you don't just hit somebody and do it. It's actually in talking to pitchers over the years, it's actually harder. It's hard to hit a guy sometimes for a pitcher. I know that sounds crazy, but a lot of guys, when they try to bean somebody and they're all yoked up and amped up and whatever, and they can't control it enough to actually hit the guy. That's why you see them go behind guys or this or that, or, you'd think it'd be easy. You never know when an ump show will break out. Agreed. And the one thing I've learned watching more and more softball over the last few weeks, good Lord, if you think college baseball umpiring is bad, college softball umpiring is worse. I don't know if it's just harder to get umpires to do softball or they make more money doing baseball, if they're good umpires or whatever. Holy crap. It's some really bad umpiring. And then it's some bad rules. And the obstruction deal, that's a bad rule. That wasn't a bad interpretation or whatever. It's a bad rule. You don't have a problem with how it was interpreted. You have a problem with actually the rule, the way it's written, and this fascination and fixation we've had over the last several years on we got to protect everybody from anything that might be, and everything is safety is paramount. We got to, no, we don't have to do that. The idea that I can't stand there to take a throw and block the bag before the runner gets there, run me over. I'll take it. Same thing with catchers. The Buster Posey impact on baseball and softball going back, what is that now, 15 years maybe, give or take? I don't know. When was the Buster Posey injury there with San Francisco? Anyhow, one time guest on the Williams and Hyatt show, a finalist for the Brooks Wallace Award, Buster Posey. It's a bad rule that leads to what we saw last night. All right, we're going to shut it down early tonight. We might. Nah, we're probably not. It's going to be 7:50. Yeah, we're probably not going to be coming back to you tonight on a Diamond Talk. Hopefully, we'll be doing a Diamond Talk tomorrow night after Game 3. Now, I never say never. We might just be hanging around tonight. Who knows? We might just jump in later this evening and do it. But I want to apologize for the people who watch on a replay that are normal Twitter people. I don't know what was keeping us from being able to get on there and make that happen. I apologize for that. But everything we do, we archive at theraiderland.com. Tomorrow, most Texan thing you've done, we'll have that out there for you early. I'll be on radio tomorrow, KFYO, 790, 95.1 FM in Lubbock with Matt and Tom. So what is tomorrow? Friday. So that means 7:35, 7:36. I'll be on the radio with them in the morning. So you guys hang out with us then. Hey, be safe out there on the weather. Let's hope we get this game in. Let's hope we get a Texas Tech win. Keep talking about it. Appreciate you guys jumping in tonight, having fun, enjoying the show. Oh, I got to hit that button up here. I'm sorry. Every now and then I forget. Thanks for being out there.